All right, legends. So I don't know if you could tell from the beginning of the video, but we were making reusable coffee cup sleeves. And I actually learned a lot from this, a lot of intricate stuff. And we'll get to that in a second. I'm always gonna have what did I learn at the very end of the video. But let's get into what these things look like. And this is what they look like. Pretty cool, I don't know. I think they're pretty fun design inside here. And those insert middles there just pop right in. And that's what they look like. So that's the green and gold one. Black and white. Same kind of deal there. And I think this one's probably my favorite. It definitely gives you coffee vibes from the colors. But yeah, they're reusable, about 2 millimeters thick. So they're a little bit squishy in the hand, but not like really hard, because when I did a 3 millimeter one like this one's really hard to flex, and it didn't feel natural. It just felt like you were holding like a thermos or something. It just didn't feel right. And this 2 millimeter is probably the sweet spot, I think. So we went with the 2 millimeter on that. Get organized here. So yeah, these are the 3 designs here. Like I said, they're all reusable. And let's go through what I learned doing this, because that's probably the most important part. Let's go with, here's a few prototypes. Just wanted to see if I could get them to work. This is all black, but the insert is in here. And some of the issues that I had was the overhang. So there's a lip on both sides, a lip on this side and a lip on this side. So when you put the insert in, it cannot come out either direction. When printing like this, we had issues. The overhang in there, the printer did not like the overhang. I'm trying to get to a spot where you can see that. Right here maybe? Yeah, right here. So when printing, it did not like the overhang. And I had supports on. This was the supports that I used. So this went right in there and it supported it. And it would still do that no matter what. I tried tree supports, did not work. And so I ended up having to modify it. So in order to get rid of those imperfections and just the extra filament hanging around, it did not want to print. I ended up putting a chamfer on the edge here. And this is a failed print, obviously, right? So inside here isn't exactly a 90-degree lip anymore, and it's just a small chamfer. And that fixed it 100%. I didn't even need to put in a support. So it printed it without support, which is good because it prints faster, less material, and printed it like a beast. No problem at all. So that's what I learned on that. It's really hard for the printers to print, I guess, a small diameter and have an extreme overhang. And even if you do use supports, it doesn't seem to like that very much. So I changed the design instead of trying to change the different settings on the printer, because I figure a better design is the best way to go rather than changing the settings on the printer to fit a bad design. So what else did we learn? Let's get these out of the way here. These were just a couple like first out starting ideas. There's no insert on here. They're solid colors. And I was like, well, I really want to print different colors like the ones I have here, you know. And when I printed this and it was all one piece, it was about a 5 to 6 hour piece with the filament changes. And so I thought I would make like 2 different parts to it, you know, the inner sleeve and the outer sleeve, and it would print faster, and it does. It's to print 4 of these on a bed. So for the outer and inner, they're roughly the same time. They're about an hour and a half, but you can get 4 prints out of it. This is the insert, if you guys want to check that out. So I put these little side notches here, so when it goes in, it squeezes in just a little bit. As you can see, that flexes in and gets it over this last lip here. So once you get it in there, it pops in, these spring back out, and it stays inside. And I had to make a tool, which is pretty fun. I've never made a tool for any of my 3D prints to put together. This was the first one. I made it a little bit too tall, and so I could not get it to go inside here. It was just just would not, it was just, you know, too tall. And so when I shortened it, obviously the diameter would go down in doing that, and that's what this tool is. And it fits perfectly right in there. And it fits about to the ridge in here. So I can push that inside sleeve in, and it just pops and locks right in. So that was pretty cool that I created my own tool for my own product. And that's those guys there. And I think that's pretty much it, and pretty much gonna wrap up this video. We're gonna have plenty more videos coming. I got a lot of great ideas, and I've got some more crypto mining motherboard type stuff on the horizon. I've got a few more designs that I'm actually doing right now. So like, subscribe, so you can find out all that information, all those videos when they drop. You'll be the first ones to see it. So we'll see you on the next one.